And welcome back again to my media museum. Starting off with a few Eagles here, and we've got Take It Easy. You'll notice this label looks a little different than some of the other Eagles that we've looked at. I do believe this is an earlier print, possibly even from 1972, because the B-side on it is Get You in the Mood, and some of the previous Take It Easy 45 copies that I've had did not have that on the B-side. So I'm really thinking this might be an original copy, which would be super cool. And then moving on, we've got another Eagles here, jumping all the way up to Hotel California with New Kid in Town. I don't want to hear it. And the B-side of that, Victim of Love. Yeah. And then jumping on to the next album, The Long Run, we've got I Can't Tell You Why, with the B-side of The Greeks Don't Want No Freaks, which was a bit of a weird song on that album, I thought, but I liked it because it was different, you know. It was kind of funny, and I do like kind of novelty songs, kind of funny songs. And here we've got an REO Speedwagon, Keep On Loving You, kind of when they got a little ballady, but it worked for them. They got really popular. It's one of their biggest songs. Not one of my favorite of their songs, but it's definitely one of their biggest songs. So a lot of people did love it. And B-side of that being Follow My Heart, which makes me think of Triumph again, not REO. But REO was a good band. I saw them in concert, and they could rock. They could definitely jam. So here we've got Fleetwood Mac, You Make Lovin' Fun. I do think this is a repeat from one of the previous boxes, but this is a really nice copy, really clean. And the B-side of that being Gold Dust Woman. So you got Stevie on the B-side and Christy on the A. Moving on, we got a Capitol, and the disc actually matches up here. Living in the USA by the Steve Miller Band. Do 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 do. And the B-side of that being Cow Cow Calculator from the LP Anthology. I don't recognize the song Cow Cow Calculator, but it's a funny title. Gotta give him that. And this is a repeat as well, because I had a friend recently who saw the episode where I was talking about the Mighty Quinn being written by Bob Dylan. Quinn the Eskimo. The Mighty Quinn, Manfred Mann. You know, it's just Manfred Mann, not Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Yeah, Bob Dylan did write that song. And the B-side being By Request, Edwin Garvey. Okay. I don't know that one, obviously. So, we've got a few really good 70s one-hit wonders here in a row. Blues Image, Ride Captain Ride, Upon Your Mystery Ship. And the B-side of that being Pay My Dues. And the next one up, and we may have seen these before. They're really popular songs. I've got lots of copies of them. Ozark Mountain Daredevils doing Jackie Blue. Ooh, 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 1974. And the B-side of that being Better Days. And sticking with those one-hit wonders from the 70s, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl by Looking Glass, which 1972, but kind of got a reboot with the Guardians of the Galaxy, using it on the soundtrack. And the B-side of that being One by One. So, and one that pops up in every single box, Al Stewart's Year of the Cat. Yeah, I got plenty of copies of this one. Won't buy this one if I see it unless it's part of a bulk purchase of a box, because I definitely got that song covered there, Al. Alright, a little different sleeve there with all the A's. And this one's kind of threw me a little. Love the One You're With by Stephen Stills. Great song, awesome song, but I thought it was Crosby, Stills, and Nash. I really did. And it's just credited to Stephen Stills here. And on the B-side is To a Flame, which, again, just Stephen Stills. So Maybe I'm mistaken and it wasn't a Crosby, Stills and Nash song, or maybe they just did it enough times because it was a really popular hit for Steven. They did tend to do that too. You know, they definitely played some Neil Young songs live and other songs that were popular by individual members. So maybe that's the case, and maybe that's why I think it's a Crosby, Stills and Nash song. But this is a nice, cool, colorful sleeve. I like that. And it doesn't match what's in it. Eric Clapton, After Midnight. Yeah, that's a great song by Eric. 3:15 timing. I'm not so sure if that's the full version or a 45 edit. And Eric Clapton doing Easy Now on the B-side. So, and then here we've got another really good one. I don't think we've seen this one previously. Aerosmith, Walk This Way off of Toys in the Attic. That's got to be one of their biggest songs too. So nice to have a good clean looking copy of it, with Uncle Salty being on the B side of that one. So, next up we've got Jefferson Airplane doing Somebody to Love off of Surrealistic Pillow, which was probably my favorite album of theirs. And the B side, She Has Funny Cars. I did like the first couple of Jefferson Airplane albums. I thought they were especially good. And then here's a great one, Free, with Paul Rogers doing All Right Now. So a lot of people think that's a Bad Company song. Same guy singing, but it's a different band. So, but All Right Now is a great song. I'm really happy to have that on a 45 in the collection. And the B-side of that being Mouthful of Grass. It's a cow. And then this one's awesome. Here's an awesome one. I really, really enjoyed this song. Mama Told Me Not to Come by Three Dog Night. That Ain't the Way to Have Fun, Son. And Rock and Roll Widow on the B side there, which I don't know as well, but sounds interesting. And then we've got a Greg Allman here on Epic, and it matches the sleeve. And a lot of these Epics with that silver print, you know, they get blurry even. I've got some Stevie Ray Vaughns, even that Ozzy Osbourne that I showed you in a previous video. The print's blurry and it's hard to see. But this one actually kind of pops. This one kind of stands out pretty good. But Greg Allman Band doing I'm No Angel, which was one of his later hits. And then a B-side of that being Lead Me On. So, very cool. Very happy to have that off of his I'm No Angel album. Dated 1987. That barcode always makes you realize it's somewhere from the 80s. Usually, it does go up into 91, 92 before they died out. But Steve Miller Band doing Jet Airliner here. And we've discussed that in previous videos. If you haven't watched all the previous videos, I do explain the times that the 45s died out. It was around 91, 92, because that's when the record companies quit issuing credits back to the stores. So the stores didn't want to buy something that didn't sell and they couldn't return, so they just started investing all their money probably into CDs, much more than the 45s. So go ahead and throw that back out there again for those of you that might have missed the episode where I explained why 45s died out around 91, 92. And B-side of Steve Miller, Babes in the Woods. They did continue to print 45s, you know, a lot of dance mixes for DJs and stuff, but the bulk of it, the main market, it was gone after 92. All right, and here we got Bob Seger doing Bob Seger doing You'll Accompany Me from Against the Wind. And the B-side, that's a song my wife really loves, Betty Lou's Getting Out Tonight. Yeah, the Gun and Betty Lou's Handbag, if you haven't seen that movie. Kind of silly, but it's kind of fun, and it does have that song on the soundtrack. Then here's another good, which I assume is a one-hit wonder. The Lemon Pipers doing Green Tambourine. It's a fun song. And the B-side of that, No Help from me. Okay, so we're going to do a repeat here with Simon and Garfunkel doing the Boxer. This is a Hall of Fame, so this is a reissue copy, not an original print from when it originally came out. Another dead giveaway there is where they date it, March 1969 being the original release, but Baby Driver being on the B side there. And they don't tell you when that Hall of Fame was put out, but they do tell you when the song was originally released. And here we got the Knack doing My Sharona. Wait till we get to the picture sleeve of that. That's a pin it on your wall kind of picture sleeve. I don't think I had it in the videos for the last picture sleeves, but I know I do have that picture sleeve, and we will get to it eventually. B-side of that being Let Me Out. Okay. Now here's a really cool one, the Dave Clark 5. Anything by Dave Clark 5 is kind of cool to get your hands on. Can't You See That She's Mine? I'm assuming this is the A side because it's not attaching it to a release. And the B side here, No Time to Lose, was off of the Glad All Over album, and is clearly noted on there as being from Glad All Over. So I would assume that No Time to Lose was the B-side, was an older song, and Can't You See That She's Mine is a newer track. But that was a very Beatles-sounding band, and he kind of hurt himself by not allowing their albums to be released on CD for a long time. So I think their legacy got a little diminished by Dave Clark holding out on letting the material come out on CD. So here's the Gentrys doing Keep On Dancing. Look this one up. You might not recognize it by the title, but you'd recognize it if you heard it. And the B-side, Make Up Your Mind. So we're going to end episode 3 right there, and we'll be back with an episode 4. Hope you join us.